songwriting.tumblr.com. I have Jag over here, and I'm sorry, and Nick.
No, don't be sorry.
Well, Nick from A Skylit Drive. Give you a little bit of background about our website. We merge entertainment and social causes together.
Cool.
And I actually did an email interview with you last year about with finding equality.
Okay, cool.
So I guess I'll start my questions with that. Are you still doing the finding equality?
Yeah. Like I haven't gotten to put in, like the time that I like really want to be able to. I mean, like I kind of have to, like divvy my time up wisely and everything. And like we had our new album. I really wanted to put all my attention towards that, and just really jump in and make sure that that album got my full like attention. So, but I mean, I have like 2 designs out. I'm just trying to find out other ways of like pushing it out there and everything. I mean, like probably after this tour, I'll probably dive more in and dig a little deeper with it, because we'll be home for a while.
Very nice. The album came out last week.
Yes.
2 weeks ago or last week?
Exactly a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly a week ago.
What are some main influences on Identity on Fire? 3 main influences.
3 main influences? Like, we use influences in so many ways. Not even like necessarily musically. Like, movies really inspire us, and like our ideas and how we're feeling are really our inspirations. Like, pretty much that's what inspires us.
Okay, what are some movies that are kind of reflected upon in
this one, I don't know, we always find some kind of like epicness out of a movie or whatever.
It's usually
I can't
not
really
like
name something like a movie that we really were into, but
yeah.
Anything epic, we're all about it. We're trying to figure out a way to resemble that.
Pretty Woman or something?
Well, Pretty Woman and stuff like
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille was really epic.
Well, I mean, man, we usually don't hone in on like the whole movie. There's usually just like parts or like certain pieces that we took away from the movie, like like where we felt like that was maybe like the message behind it, and you just kind of guide it and like use that as our inspiration, or I mean like what we took away from it.
This one was more of how we were feeling. I think this album was really all about like really breaking out and doing our thing, and it's pretty much what it's about. Just
being really honest on this album, like not being
what we've gone through as a band for the past 4 years.
Okay. What is the next single?
Well, there's 3 singles out. So there's Too Little Too Late, Exoskeleton, and X Marks the Spot. I don't know if there's plans of having a 4th single. I guess if I had to pick one, I'd say the Cali Buds would be my choice for the next single.
I'd pick that as well. I agree.
Any other personal faves on the album, or something that kind of hits home more than the others?
Every song hits home for me.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah, it really does. I think we all really have a part of us in each song, and it really means a lot to us. So.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have a specific one?
Well, I mean, like definitely, like all of them mean something different to me, and like with like the way that we write everything, like everybody definitely gets to put a piece of themselves into every song. Like it's not like I write all the lyrics and it's just me. It's like everybody gets to like throw in a line here and there, and like everybody gets to feel like it's a group effort. Like it's not at all like one guy's show. But I'd say after the Cali Buds, I'm also a huge fan of Your Mistake. That one's, I think, one of the standout songs personally. It's just way different. It's just a really epic song.
Any plans, you're about a month in, you said, on this tour, any plans to collaborate either on stage or off with any of the bands on this tour?
I got to do guest vocals with Thursday for like a couple shows, and that was like a dream come true. And it was also like on the song that like was my favorite. That has always been like my favorite song of theirs. Like their singer was sick, and I was just like, hey man, like if you need any help, I can do guest on that song. Like, are there any parts that are kind of like like iffy? I mean, like since you're sick, and he was like, yeah, this section, and I was like, whoa. So I mean, like getting to do that was was like definitely kind of like life changing. I mean, just getting like perform with them even for like 30 seconds was crazy.
I'm not worthy. I'm just down with watching them. Those are my favorite bands, Thursday and Under Oath. If you didn't know, I don't know if I told you that yet. Just met, yeah.
Those 2 bands are what got all of us in this band even into this genre. Like listening, like They're Only Chasing Safety and Full Collapse changed things for all of us.
Very nice. So you've got some idols on stage right now.
Yep.
I also read somewhere that you met Dee Snider.
Yeah, he came out to the New York City show of the Emptiness tour. It was a little over a year ago, probably. I guess his daughter is like a big fan of like of our genre of bands, And he was so nice. Like he was like such a laid back guy, and like really complimentary, and just like way different than anybody would expect like Dee Snider to be like.
He seems very intimidating.
Yeah, like he seems like he would be, and he definitely was.
At first it was like that.
Yeah.
Like I was just like walking past our merch table, and he came up to me, and I think I was the first one that he talked to. I was like, holy shit, man. Dee Snider is talking to me right now. I was really like, that was just going in my head. I don't even think I heard one thing he said at first, but then after we started hanging out, he was like one of the coolest guys.
Yeah.
Would have been slightly cooler if he was in full makeup, but I'd
Yeah.
still settle for that.
I agree, but I'll take it.
It's Dee Snider, man.
It'd still be interesting.
Yeah.
We were in full Twisted Sister makeup though, so I think
That might have been a little
balanced it
awkward.
out. It might have.
Maybe he was just talking to us because he felt bad for us, but
Maybe.
I mean, I had the stripes going on,
Take it either way.
the boots and everything.
Oh, I look like a woman. I did the whole thing. I was just so excited he was going to be there.
I almost made out with him afterwards.
Yeah. He got confused, but
The road gets lonely from what I hear.
It does, but we were. It's all right. That wasn't my reason, but it's okay.
Different strokes for different folks as well.
he said it.
You have covered some pretty famous songs in the past. Any plans to do any more covers for Fearless or for fun?
I mean, we had always wanted to do like a cover song, so we were just lucky enough to be able to do it for one of the bands that like influences us so much, and actually be able to like get a chance to cover a band that I guess not a lot of people would try to cover, just because it's Journey. It's kind of like if you're gonna do Journey, you gotta do
Better be
Journey
good.
right. Like kind of like doing Queen, and like there's certain artists that you're like, if you're gonna do it, you better do it.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to cover too, actually. I thought it was going to be so hard, but like the way they wrote the song is kind of like how we would structure a song almost, so it was like really fun, and we were really able to throw our spin on it easily, thank God. It worked out. It was fun.
I've heard many tales from different artists on that album. I talked to Pierce the Veil, and apparently their rendition was recorded in Jaime's bathroom. And Mike Fuentes, we talked about the cowbell. Is there any interesting stories behind either recording that cover or recording your album?
I mean, like the only like interesting thing I guess would be that that was the first song that we did with producer Cameron Webb, and then like it was doing that song with him that made us want to do the whole album with him. So like we did that song at the same studio like that we did with like for the whole record.
Also, which is pretty interesting because we love Journey so much, the original keyboard player actually heard the song, and he was pumped about it. Apparently he dug it.
So you did it well. You
Yeah.
did it justice. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess. I'm pumped about
As
that.
long as the band themselves don't hate it, then I guess we did something right.
Good call. And you brought the song to another generation,
Yeah, exactly.
and a sober generation probably.
What was funny was like so many kids who didn't
I
realize.
guess.
It's such a bar song. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm old.
I mean, like
I'm down with the bar. Hey, you can always find me there.
Yeah. But I mean, I actually forgot what I was gonna say there. I was going into something, and then
Yeah,
guess it wasn't that important.
story of my life.
Talking about drinking, it just goes away. Speaking of drinking, any plans for Warped Tour?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinking, that actually makes sense, totally.
Like we're on the entire Warped Tour this year, so that's something like we're excited. It's just, I mean, like we're mainly excited about this year because there's so many bands on it that we're like best friends with. It's gonna be like a giant just summer camp barbecue hangout like the whole summer. It's gonna be great.
Sounds good. I put some questions out on our Twitter page, and fans from Europe and South America were wondering if you were coming by there anytime soon.
Europe, I will say that there are plans, so expect us sometime this year.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, and then
And
South,
hopefully
South
South America. We
Especially
had
Brazil was like,
yeah.
Oh, I
Please
know.
ask.
We
We actually
had
just
the
got back from
best time in South America. We were there recently, and I can't wait to go back. It was great. The best experience of my life.
Yeah.
and it's summer there now, and this weather sucks.
Yeah.
And you
I'd
guys
have to agree with you.
And you guys are from
I'm
Cali, so
freezing
you're
my
like,
ass
this
off.
is ridiculous. I'm sure.
And it's been way worse than this. Like one of the nights we had to stop in Iowa, and it was negative 15 out.
And
Like
there's nothing in Iowa.
it was
There's like
awful.
no reason to stop.
well, like
unless
we
you-
found the one
Yeah.
Flying J.
We did
I
find that.
think.
And that was like the
Everything.
hangout. There were so many people there. It was pretty cracking. We had a huge party in Flying J. It was great.
Probably the hot spot for them.
It
like,
was.
You probably
I think
made
it was.
Their week
No,
off.
I had a great time.
There's showers there, everything. Propane tanks.
There were showers.
At Flying J's? Yeah, like those are like the best kind of showers. Or truck
How do you
stop
think we
showers.
shower?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you just pay like $10, go in there, you get your own room and everything, and they clean it after everybody, so it's not that bad.
I wouldn't say that's always the case, but most of
That's
the time.
plan.
They make it look clean. That's why I mean, like I always wear flip-flops in there because I don't trust it.
I forgot my flops on this tour, actually.
He's been
Pretty
roughing
bummed.
it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed about that.
You haven't stolen someone else's? Don't listen to that. You haven't
No.
stolen someone else's.
No, well,
I mean,
I'll keep my eyes peeled, but I think Jag's probably the only one with the flops. I think everyone's roughing it.
Yeah. I remember one time somebody was wearing one of theirs and then one of mine. Like I went to go get them and I was like, "Where's my other flip-flop?" And I think it was Joey or Brian. And I was like, "You didn't notice that your foot is like halfway hanging off?" Because I have much smaller feet. Than
Joey
that.
used to think it was cool to wear 2 different flip-flops and socks with the flip-flops on stage. And I would make fun of him every day, and I'd think, "Dude, you can't do this. This is not cool. And if you do that, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't do it either. You know."
It's gross and
it's not a
weird.
good look.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm no fashion expert, but I'm pretty sure that's not cool.
I don't think it was ever cool
And the
for
flops
anyone of
are
every age.
good off stage, and if they're the same.
I mean, if they're the
flop.
same flops and
Not
maybe
socks.
no
Or
socks.
just at least
I'm down with
take off
flops.
the socks.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless, even if there are the ones with the toe, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Just don't make
kids.
those, the ones with the toes.
Don't ask me why I know that, but I do.
Why do you know that? I'm just kidding.
So what's up next after this tour?
Nothing.
Yeah, like we're gonna be home for a while, just like taking some downtime. Yeah, and then the next thing after that's Warped Tour.
Oh, okay. Some good downtime before the next band camp
Yeah.
begins.
Well, I mean, like once Warped Tour hits, like we've got like our plans like later this year. So we actually didn't answer the South America thing. There aren't any plans this year, but hopefully next year because we would love to go back there.
Very cool. Like I said before, we merge entertainers with charities. Other than Fighting Equality, are there other charities or social causes you guys work with?
That's right, Love on Her Arms. We've definitely done some stuff with them. We did a music video with them. They're awesome. We're always down to, honestly, to do any kind of charity or to help out in any way. I always feel really good about that. I'm always representing. So.
Yeah. There's this one, I'm pretty sure it's Project 143. Like they were on Warped Tour, and like one of the guys who worked for them came out to our San Francisco show. He's a really nice guy.
Very cool dude.
It's like kind of similar to the Living the Dream Foundation that's teamed up with like Hurley. Like they like give like sick and kind of like terminal patients like like their dream to go see certain bands and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
That's another one, Living the Dream. We got pretty tight with them on Warped. And hopefully this year we're going to do a lot with them.
Very cool. All right. Well, this is Jackie with members of A Skylit Drive.